Hey everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 12, Episode 6, High Cries and Misty Demeanors. Whoa. Bravo is working so hard at these puns. So we opened this week. We are at the Conrad Hotel in Mexico. It is the next morning after that very relaxing meal they had, where Sutton got so worked up and angry at Crystal. She kind of teased that she had this information from her high society friends, but she wasn't going to tell us what it was. Well, she actually told us in the confessional. They told her that Crystal just tries to get with the most powerful woman in the group, and she'll lie, she can't be trusted, all that. Okay, so like I said, next morning, Kyle is on the phone with Mauricio, and she's telling him about a tequila tasting from the night before. How come we didn't get to see the tequila tasting? I feel like that would have been teeming with drunk Erica content. How come we missed it, Bravo? The ladies were probably just having fun. I bet there was no conflict, and I bet they were all laughing and having a good time. We better scrap that. Okay, we also check in briefly with Sutton and her glam team, and Garcelle and her glam team, Erica and her glam team. You guys, in Erica's confessional, she tries to justify this by saying, we have to downsize, we downsized. But there's one thing you don't downsize on, and that's your glam. Such sage advice for the widows and orphans. Hey, I know your husband was killed in a plane crash and your attorney stole your settlement money. But instead of feeding all 4 of your children, why don't you just feed one and hire a glam squad? She really should be a life coach. Or, maybe be like a mentor at a women's shelter. I'm just imagining it now. Ladies, if you want to get a job, first you need a glam squad. Then you're going to need a driver to take you to and from your job. And make sure it's a job where you can meet a wealthy husband-to-be. I suggest bartending. Anyway, in her confessional, Erica goes on to say that she considers fashion and jewelry and makeup to be an art form, like living art, and it shouldn't be judged any other way. She's like, nobody judges you if you choose to have a large family. I just choose to have a lot of clothes. Okay, I think people do get judged for having another kid when, they can't afford the ones that they have. And I personally don't care what you do with your money. You could buy all the clothes in the world. I don't care. As long as it's your money. I think where the issue comes in for you, Erica, is that we're not sure it isn't money that was owed to other people. Anyway, having said that, if you're going to be on my TV, I want you in glam. That's how shallow I am. I love it. I enjoy seeing stuff that I could never afford, and I don't know. It's interesting to me. I like to see the fashion and the hair and all the makeup and stuff. And unfortunately, I feel like Erica might be the only one bringing it this season. Dorita's still so traumatized, she's only wearing things from Kyle's store. Nobody needs that. We do have Diana, but I'm not sure about Diana's fashion choices yet. She has a lot of money, but last week she was wearing what looked like a men's dress shirt that was like cut up and twisted around her body. It looked uncomfortable for one thing. My OCD, or I don't know, the Virgo in me wanted to untwist that shirt and tuck it in. I'm just saying it looked uncomfortable and I had to stop looking at it. So I don't know that I've seen her in anything yet that I thought was, remarkable or enviable. Yeah, I don't know. After all the glam shots, then when we see Crystal in her confessional, she's like, I don't even like paying for my own hotel room. So I'm definitely not going to pay a glam squad for their hotel rooms, their plane tickets, and paying them when I can just put on some lip gloss and I'm good. Okay, so a beautiful breakfast is being served out on the beach. Sutton and Crystal are the first 2 down there. So they're having a pleasant chat as they're walking along the shore and stuff. I don't know. The last we saw, those 2 were not in a very good place. All the ladies get there. Dorita's the last one to arrive. And again, she did not sleep. She said she's toying with the idea of going home. Erica like made like a whooping noise or whatever. And someone commented on like, oh, I like this, Erica. And she goes, yeah, the antidepressants are really working. And Garcelle said, would we know the difference if you weren't on them? Erica, oh yeah, I was mean. Yeah, but were you depressed? Is she taking antidepressants for her meanness? If that worked, I've got some people I would like to slip a few in their drink. So Garcelle goes, would you be like borderline bully? And Erica goes, oh, honey, they called me a bully in a court filing today. You think I give a f? I wear that shit like a badge of honor. They told me I was along the lines of my husband. They said I use his tactics of bullying and like threatening and all that shit. And I said, I'll take it. This is what I don't understand about her. Who knows? Maybe you knew nothing about it and it all hit you like a ton of bricks and you're tired of being accused of being in on it. Let's say that's the case. Why talk like this all the time? She has to know that she's not currying favor with the... I don't know. She really has a I don't give a f*** attitude. Anyway, Sutton's like, well, I think that can be useful in the courtroom. And Kyle goes, maybe you should go to law school with Sutton. Then we see a flashback to the time that Sutton was over at Kyle's house, you know, when she said, sorry, I didn't have a gun to my head. Apparently, she also said that during COVID and the lockdown that she and a friend talked about taking the LSATs. Then Erica said, you know, Tom used to grade the bar. Oh my God, look at Garcelle's face. In her confessional, she's like, Tom graded the bar? Oh. That can't be good. Then, I hope you're sitting down. Then Erica says to Sutton, I'll help you tutor. What? Sutton was so shocked. She's like, okay. Because, I mean, really, what else is she going to say? Kyle goes, whoa, Rinna. Wow. How about that, huh? How about it? These two working together? We'll have a couple of lawyers here. Then they can sue each other. But yeah, for real, Erica's like, yeah, I know a few tricks, bitch. Okay. Thanks. Now Sutton asks Lisa how she's feeling. And she said she felt good about waking up to the beach and everything. And then she tells the story that I guess they spoke to a medium as Lois was passing. And she said, look for a flock of birds. That's a sign. No loose change? That was Dorinda's late husband, Richard, remember? I saw some loose coins over there. I knew Richard was nearby. So anyway, Rinna says that, you know, they were in her hospice room for like 2 days. And then she looked up and there were these beautiful paintings with birds in them. And someone's like, oh, I just got chills. Is that it? Or did the medium see the birds? I don't know. Just saying. Just the skeptic in me. I'm not even saying I don't believe. I actually do believe some people have like extrasensory perception. Anyway, later, Lisa was getting out her makeup bag and getting things out of it. And there was a little ceramic bird. Everyone's like, oh. The medium tucked it in there without anyone seeing. Kidding. I'm kidding. Then they all, you know, give cheers to Lois. So next the ladies all like got in the water. Kyle screams and she's like trying to run to the shore while she's also holding up her hair. And she's like, something touched my butt. Something touched my butt. It was something slippery. And Sutton goes, I did see a fish. Did you? You saw fish? In the ocean? That gives me chills. So now Garcelle, Sutton, Kyle, Dorit, and I think Diana all go into town because they're going to do some shopping and, you know, walk around the downtown area. While Erica, Rinna, and Crystal have a surf lesson. They're all falling off the boards. I mean, I don't even think they stand at all. And I'm feeling like I'm worried about those mic packs. I guess they're all covered, but still. I feel like I wouldn't want to be like all wired up and then get in water. So the shopping ladies are in the car and they're chatting about Punta Mita. Kyle tells them that they've been there so often that the agency actually has offices there. Oh wait, Diana's not in the car. She wasn't surfing either though. I wonder if she took a PJ home. Maybe she's just swimming with Teddy and Bambi. I mean, it's not like I thought she would want to go shopping because, I think Diana prefers when the clothes come to her. So Kyle continues her story. She said that she and Mauricio bought a property there because it was his dream to build a home one day. And then her friend who lived right near where their property was had an alligator in her pool. And apparently Kyle and Mauricio got offered a lot more money than they paid for that property. And Kyle's like, take it, because of the alligator. Then Garcelle tells the ladies that she bought a beach house and, they're all happy for her. They get to this store that has like a little bar out in front. So they go in the store and then we get a confessional and you guys, Dorit is out of her morning clothes and her Heidi braid. She's in like a lighter tweed jacket and a very like subtle understated Chanel necklace. I'm not even sure if you guys would have noticed it, but me. Eagle eyes. All right, they're in the store and Sutton casually buys a $104,000 ring. Was that like in pesos or is that American dollars? Because, geez. Okay, back to the surfing ladies. There's Diana. She wasn't surfing, though. Like I said, she was just off camera. Maybe she was breastfeeding the baby. I believe we established that her baby also might be just off camera. Just about right there. And then the shopping ladies have stopped right outside where the bar is, and they ordered drinks, and they're kind of sitting on these little couches and cushions, and they're chatting. As well as the ladies on the beach are now all chatting on lounge chairs. So with the shopping ladies, Dorit says to Sutton, last night you had very strong feelings with Crystal. Do you feel okay today? Sutton said, oh yeah, we're at zero ground. Kyle, ground zero. Sutton, ground level zero. Level zero, ground. Kyle, ground zero. Sutton, whatever, we're at zero. We're at the beginning again. She twists words. Kyle, I think it's bigger than that. Then we jump back to the beach. Erica, okay, Crystal, let's have this hard conversation. What is going on? She called you a liar last night, Crystal. Okay. Do you think Erica and Rinna worked out how they were going to do this? I don't know. I wonder. Anyway, we get the flashback to the night before. You make up lies about your friends behind their backs. So now Erica says to Crystal, she's never going to stop coming for you. Crystal starts to get teary-eyed and she said, I don't want conflict. Erica, I know, but she invited it. Okay. I mean, listen, there are reasons to be Team Sutton and there are reasons to be Team Crystal. I get it. Even in the comments, I can tell that you guys are kind of 50-50 about that too. There's merits on both sides and there are things that both of them have done wrong. That's just the way it is. I don't think this is super clear cut, but I do think the ladies are forming two very distinct camps here. And Erica and Rinna, like, look, now we have Erica getting in Crystal's head saying, she called you a liar. She's never going to stop coming for you. Last night, it was Rinna working on Sutton. This doesn't look good for you. It doesn't. This is not good for you. Until Sutton got worked up. I believe they are definitely working as a team to drive that wedge between Crystal and Sutton. So Erica, again, says, she called you a liar last night, baby. Crystal cries. Rinna, aw, and she hugs her. Erica, it's okay, Crystal. Side note, she also keeps using her name, which, is that like a tactic? I don't know. Is that part of it? Is that like part of the brainwashing? Crystal, she's lying to you, Crystal. It's okay, Crystal. We'll take care of you, Crystal. Erica goes, I want you to fight for yourself, baby. If you don't open your mouth, you allow others to fill in the story for you. Okay, so maybe this is also about the fact that Erica is dying to know what very dark thing Sutton said. Rinna's like, that's true. Yeah, it's true. She's absolutely right. It doesn't look good for you, Crystal. Okay, so Diana is in on this too now. I mean, Diana knows Crystal, and also Diana's not super fond of Sutton, I don't think. She's clumsy with her words, you know. I heard her apologize twice already. So Diana's like, girl, you are strong. Erica, you can't let someone call you a liar and just take it on the chin. Meanwhile, with the shopping ladies, Sutton goes, there's just something about her that I can see is good. Kyle wonders if Sutton isn't just trying to fix things with Crystal because she makes her nervous. And Sutton said, absolutely not. Kyle, I feel like she makes you scared. Okay, you might feel that way. Kyle's doing the exact same thing that Erica and Rinna are doing on the beach. Basically kind of telling the person how to feel. Kyle brings up the idea that she thinks that Sutton just wants to avoid conflict because Crystal scares her. Sutton says absolutely not. And Kyle said, well, I think she does scare you. I don't think anybody is rooting for those two to be friends except me. Sutton goes, I'm not scared of her. I'm not scared of Erica. Oh, now that's crazy talk. Because I'm pretty sure we're all scared of Erica. I am, and I don't even know her. Remember, she has nothing to hide, and that makes her dangerous. So Kyle goes, Erica's different. She'll say something to your face, like she's reactive. Whereas Crystal, I feel, is more manipulative. Then Garcelle said, last night when you said that you had friends that warned you that this was a pattern with Crystal, that was powerful. Now Kyle tells us in her confessional that she also heard that same thing about Crystal. Remember, Rinna said she heard it too. But like Rinna, Kyle had no intention of ever saying anything about it. And in her confessional, Kyle said, and you know, even though I want to give Crystal the benefit of the doubt, it's kind of matching up to the rumors I've been hearing. So yeah, both camps are either boosting Sutton or boosting Crystal. With the beach ladies, well, Rinna in her confessional said, Crystal told me she had a falling out with 14 of her friends. Jesus. 14? Wow. In the immortal words of Garcelle, that can't be good. No, seriously, you guys, 14 friends she had a falling out with? I really need to know that story now. Rinna's like, it's a lot to be dropped by 14 friends. I don't even have 14 friends. Yeah, we know. And same. Then we get a montage of Erica gently asking her friends not to call her a liar.
Don't ever say I'm pretending, because I'm not pretending. I'm telling you the truth. I don't remember saying that. Don't ever say that to me again. Okay. Don't with me like that. You don't want that. Don't. Okay. Don't ever do that to me.
You ever call me a liar again? I'm coming for you.
The shopping ladies are trying to figure out why Crystal would throw Sutton under the bus by saying that she said something very dark. Is it to be liked? To be the victim? They don't know. At the beach, Erica needs a drink. And she takes Crystal under her wing, like literally. They're at the bar and she's like, oh, she needs limes. Guys, did Crystal then say no lemon or something? Or am I just making that up? Anyway, Erica tells Crystal that she will not let her quit or run away. So dinner that night should be fun. Back with the shopping ladies. Kyle, do you think Crystal will admit and say, okay, I just created this whole thing and I'm sorry? Because by the way, if she did, that would be great. Last week ended with Sutton saying, well, thanks. And Crystal said, I'm sorry. And Sutton said, no, thanks a lot. So, I mean, I heard her say, I'm sorry. So this is interesting to me, you guys, because Facts Force 5 is clearly divided here. They're split down the middle. We've got Kyle and Dorit on Team Sutton and Erica and Rinna on Team Crystal. Looks like we need a tiebreaker. Teddy, you can come out of the ocean now. Teddy and Bambi are snorkeling. Yeah, come here. We need you to break a tie. No, not that close. Just out of camera shot. You know the drill, Teddy. Okay, now it is evening. The ladies are all getting ready to go to dinner. Rinna is in Erica's room while Erica's glam is working on her. And she's like, I still have salt water up my nose. And Erica tells her that she's got sand in her mouth. Ew. So Kyle FaceTimes those two. And Kyle wants to know, like, if Crystal was in a good mood. Erica, no. Rinna, she cried the entire time. Yeah, after the surfing, she cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. Yeah. Side note, I know it's a mural, but it looks like the hotel put Erica in a room where they didn't finish painting the wall. You know, like they made it just shitty enough for her to feel at home. So we get a flashback now to Crystal crying and crying and crying and crying. In Rinna's confessional, I'm going to need your help, guys. In Rinna's confessional, she said, I can relate to crying in Punta Mita. And then we see a flashback from 2016.
And cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. I'm not kidding. We're not kidding.
I can relate to ugly crying in Punta Mita.
And now I have to deal with this, and I never cry. You. I mean, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. I want to go home.
Join the club, Crystal. I give you the baton.
But I have no memory of what this is about. So if you guys know, if you guys remember what the situation was and why Rinna was crying, could you please leave it in the comments? Because now I'm really curious. So after they tell Kyle that Crystal was crying and crying and crying and crying, Kyle said, what was she crying about? Like what was the worst part? Rinna and Erica. Erica goes, I don't know. Yeah, they can't remember. They're like, but she was emotional. Maybe she'll be okay at dinner, but she cried for a long time. Erica, I at least cried through 3 margaritas with her. Side note, I guess Kyle is in the middle of like changing purses because it looks like she dumped the contents of her purse out on the bed. But can I just talk about how casually those $100 bills are crumpled up? Okay, so the ladies are all dressed to the nines and going nowhere to dinner. It's just at the hotel again. But I think it's a different restaurant. This one's called Kotex or something. I don't know. I think I have the tampon shortage in my mind right now. Because, I mean, really? I just feel like everyone's always coming for women. Either you're pregnant and you're going to be needing baby formula, which you can't find anywhere, or you're not pregnant and you're needing a tampon and you can't get that anywhere. All right, so all the ladies are at the table now, and it turns out that Crystal and Diana both wore bird earrings, and both of them said it was in honor of Lois, which was cute. Dorit tells Diana, oh, Diana, you're giving me Bridget Bardot vibes. And then Rinna says, have you seen Diana's book, Room 23? Erica, it's very sexy. And some of the ladies are like, no, what? Tell us about it. And Rinna goes, do you want to tell him, Diana? Diana, I feel like I have already. Then we get a flashback. I think it was Harry's party. And now we know why Rinna keeps bringing up the damn book, because she's in it. We get to see her picture. And, guys, I have to admit, I had no idea Rinna's nipples were that blurry. I guess the book was all discussed at Harry's birthday party. But not everybody heard, so Sutton said, well, tell it again. We forget things. Diana, I feel like we've had this conversation. In her confessional, Diana says, I don't really want to talk about the book tonight because it took a lot of time and it took a lot of money to achieve this. But it backfired. Then we see this article about a secret call girl ring that Diana supposedly ran, and that the book Room 23 was actually a catalog of clients and call girls. Yeah. Except for Rinna. I mean, I don't think anyone was implying that Rinna was a call girl. I mean, not with those blurry nipples. Guys, I also heard that Teddy was in the book, but you can only see her elbow and one of Bambi's paws. And so in Diana's confessional, the producer said, so you're not an international sex trafficker and a madam of high-class prostitutes? And she laughs. It is so ridiculous. I can't even believe it, quote on. So now Dorit asks Rinna if she thinks that Diana doesn't want to talk about the book. And Rinna goes, yeah. Then why did you bring it up? Twice. Rinna will shade anybody. Okay, so now there is a ceremony that is performed around the ladies sitting at the table, and it is a cleansing of the energy. Never a bad idea. Not with these housewives. We get to hear comments from each of the ladies in their confessionals, and Crystal said, bring it on. I will bathe in it if I need to. Cleanse that energy around me. In Erica's, she said, yeah, There's not enough sage in all of Sageville to cleanse this place. She's not wrong. So as the ladies are coming around where they are like burning sage and the smoke is going between each of the ladies, and, everyone's getting kind of quiet, and some of the ladies are closing their eyes and just kind of enjoying the cleanse. And then the man in the group blows into this conch shell. He's right by Dorit in her defense, but Dorit screams. She's like, what the fuck? Oh, so anyway, that ends and they thank them and they leave. Now enough with the small talk, I guess. Kyle, so what did you guys do after surfing? As if you didn't know. Erica, we talked on the beach, all four of us. Garcelle, who doesn't know, said, anything interesting? Erica, yeah, we talked about last night. Sutton, oh, that's fun. Garcelle, and what about last night? Well, for Sutton to call Crystal a liar and then say that someone in her friend group said something, I told her if that were me, I would ask who said it. In Sutton's confessional, she goes, well, of course Erica didn't like what I said. I could have said I had a conversation with Jesus himself, and Erica wouldn't have liked that. So Erica says, kind of like she did that first night, she's wondering how these friends and what they said factor into the conversation. Sutton, because when you have a reputation of doing this, Crystal interrupts, and you know this of me? Sutton, I know this of you. It's the same thing you did to me. And Crystal goes, but you heard this. You don't know this. You heard it. Sutton, I've heard it. In Crystal's confessional now, she said, Sutton doesn't know what happened with my friends. In fact, she doesn't even know them. So I don't even want to breathe life into the fact that there are these people who told her I'm lying, because I don't lie. Then Sutton said, other people at this table have heard it as well. That could not have felt good for Crystal. And as far as Crystal is saying in her confessional, Sutton doesn't know my friends, Sutton said these are ex-friends of Crystal that are now her friends. So maybe she does know them, Crystal. So right away, Rinna goes, yeah, we've heard it. And Kyle nods. So those are the two other people that said in their confessionals that they heard the same thing. So Erica says, are you willing to say who told you? Erica, why don't you ask your buddy Rinna who told her? Because it's the same thing. But she's going to make a big deal about Sutton not wanting to reveal anybody's name, because then Sutton goes, well, they're not here right now. And she's like, then why bring it up? Well, she brought it up because it speaks to a pattern Crystal has. I'm not saying she should have or shouldn't have brought it up, but I at least understand why she did. And so does Erica, And also this whole, will you say who they are? Ask Kyle, ask your buddy Rinna who said it. Anyway, Rinna goes, Crystal was very upset today. Erica, she was. For a long time. Rinna, very long time. Yeah. It's a long time, guys. Very, very long. It wasn't good. Didn't look good. Lots of crying. It's not good. Erica, she said she feels like an easy target. She also said she feels like things she said is never going to be good enough. Gee, if only Crystal were there to speak for herself. Oh, wait. In Kyle's confessional, she goes, oh, please. I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm not buying this. You just don't like Sutton. So finally, Garcelle, thank you, voice of reason, said, well, Crystal, speak for yourself. If there's something that's going on you don't like. Crystal, but I did that last night. And Garcelle goes, because when you stay quiet, it makes me feel like we're ganging up on you. And then Crystal says, and I find this very interesting, guys. She said, I totally understand, but sometimes my choice of words is confusing, and that's on me. Okay, so you know that your choice of words can be confusing or misconstrued. Then choose other words if you know that. Sutton, when you keep attacking my character, Crystal goes, then you're going to attack my character, which is untrue. Sutton goes, She's given this look like I'm holding my tongue, but you know it's true. But, you know, Sutton's not willing to say who said it to her. So what she does say is, okay, then I will apologize for what I said last night about hearing that. It's hearsay. Erica, rumors. Sutton, rumors. It was unfair. That I will take back. But I will not take back that you have done this repeatedly to me. And I need for you to stop that. Rinna. Why, Rinna? Why are you confused? Crystal, I understand how you feel. Sutton goes, no. I need for you to stop that. And I need you to tell me that you are going to stop that. Erica, I think she's trying. And Sutton goes, but saying I understand how you feel is not saying I will stop that. Erica, let her finish though. Now Garcelle goes, Erica, you are bugging the shit out of me right now. Erica goes, why? Rinna is between Garcelle and Erica. She's just like wide-eyed, like looking from one to the other. Anyway, Garcelle goes, because why are you all in this? Let them figure it out. Erica, why shouldn't I be in this? Gee, I don't know, because it doesn't have anything to do with you. How about that? In her confessional, Garcelle thinks that Erica's just tired of talking about Erica. Last year, she was so focused on herself. So this year, she's making up for lost time by getting in everybody else's business. I mean, I kind of agree with that, but I also think she's just happy to not be talking about her stuff. It isn't that she's such a nosy person. She wants to get in everybody else's. I think she's making a concerted effort now so that the story of season 12 is not orphans and widows. Anyway, Crystal says to Sutton, moving forward in our relationship is important to me. Sutton, and you're not going to do it again? Crystal, thinks for a second and she goes, yeah, I can say that. Yeah. Okay. Sutton, then say it. Crystal, I just said it, yes. Sutton, I know, but you didn't say it out loud so that everybody can hear that you're not going to do that to me again. Crystal says, I'm not going to do that to you again. She says the words that Sutton asked for. So now Sutton should say, thank you. But she doesn't. She said, so that I can trust you. Which, understandably, now kind of pissed Crystal off. She goes, Sutton, I just said it very clearly, and it's genuine. Kyle goes, I would take that. And I'm thinking, so would I. I would have taken it earlier. Sutton goes, I do want to be friends. I genuinely really like you. Now this is where Crystal should have just taken that. Crystal said, last night you said you hated me and then liked me. So things go right back off the rails again. Because Sutton thinks that that's not what she said, even though that is exactly what she said. Diana, you said, I hate you, I like you. Here she goes with the clumsy words again. We get the flashback.
I like Crystal.
It comes out to trust.
I like her. As much as I hate her, I like her. I said, I hate what you did to me, not I hate you.
No,
but
babe,
she
I
said you
heard
said
you.
In Diana's confessional, she said, again, from the bacon-eating vegetarian. She just contradicted herself again. I realizing that there is a lot more to her than I thought. And not in a good way. So now back at the table, Sutton. Here's the thing, Diana. I'm a good person. Oh, Sutton, I love you, girl, but you gotta stop with that. Diana goes, I didn't say you were not. Sutton, let me finish for a second. Diana, girl, I've been listening to you a lot, and I'm trying to find a solution. Sutton, you need to let me finish my sentence. Diana, do I need to? Or... Sutton, I'm going to finish what I'm saying. I'm a very good person. Diana, you already told us this. How is this helping? Sutton, I'm going to say it again until you can hear me. Erica, Sutton, you're putting your finger in her face. She's just asking. Now in Diana's confessional, she says her behavior is shocking. To turn on someone who is just trying to help you? That's debatable. Is not normal behavior. Not if you are a stable person. Okay, so now the servers are bringing the meals out. And Kyle's trying to calm Sutton down. Diana says, she told me at our first lunch together, she doesn't respond well to yelling. She doesn't like violence, so you just scream at me. Sutton's like, I gotta take a break. Kyle's like, okay, go take a minute, go to the bathroom. Do you need someone to go with you? And Sutton said, yeah. So those two go off. We can't see them, but they're still mic'd. I think Sutton might have been taking her mic off, though. Kyle's like, take a breath, take a breath. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal, Sutton. Last night was worse and you kept it together, so just breathe. I don't understand why she couldn't have just taken Crystal's apology. Again, it was how last week ended. Crystal says, I'm sorry, and she has to keep hammering it home, which then, of course, just gets Crystal upset. And then that happened again. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because Crystal keeps doing it to her. But here's the thing. If I thought someone continually was attacking my character, I couldn't be friends with them. I would accept their apology in public with, if we were at dinner with friends, I would say, okay, thank you. But in my mind, I'm never really going to trust you again. I'm not going to really let my guard down with you. And that's fine. Not everybody has to be friends. So this is weird because, I don't know, I still think they were good friends. I guess I could be wrong. I really wish she would have just said thank you for apologizing. Now back at the table, Diana's getting kind of emotional and Dorit comes and sits right next to her to comfort her. And she said, whatever aggression she was taking out on you was very misdirected. And even the way you said it felt extremely genuine and very kind. Why does she think that Diana was very kind to Sutton? She said, I heard you say, I like you, I hate you. Here we go with the clumsy words again. Is that extremely kind? I don't think so. Now Crystal is telling Diana, you were genuinely trying to help. Yeah, you maybe, not Sutton. I'm not even saying Sutton should have been helped. I think Sutton was treating Crystal like a 4-year-old. Repeat after me. I will not do it again. I hated that. I'm just saying she wasn't. Do not act like Diana was trying to diffuse anything. She was sticking up for Crystal, which I think was apparent to Sutton. So Sutton has pulled herself together and she and Kyle are heading back to the table. Meanwhile, at the table, Erica, you did nothing wrong, Diana. Diana, I love you. Erica, I love you too. Garcelle, oh my God, I can't. I just can't. Everybody's just way too much. She just starts eating. That's the Garcelle I love. So Sutton returns. And, like I said, Dorit has moved into Sutton's spot. So she's kind of standing behind Dorit. And she looks across the table to Crystal and she said, look, I'm sorry, we're good. And then to Diana, she kind of gently put her hand on her back and she said, I'm sorry for losing my cool. And Diana said, no worries, no worries. So as Sutton goes to now sit down on the end where Dorit was, Erica said, she started crying, meaning Diana. Sutton, well, I'm sorry. I lost my cool. It was a heated topic and I am sorry. So now Diana, Dorit, and Crystal get up to go to the bathroom because Diana's got to fix her makeup. And Kyle says to Erica and Rinna, you guys, I know you had a moment with Crystal today and she was crying. Erica, she was. Kyle, but you have to understand, she put herself in that position. Garcelle goes, what I don't like is when Crystal just takes it. She kind of caves in, her whole body language changes, and it makes it feel like we're coming for her as opposed to her standing up for herself. Kyle, that's the victim card. I'm sorry, but she wants it to be like that. Wow. Garcelle goes, well, that's exactly how I feel. Erica, really? You both feel that way? Kyle nods. It's intentional. Garcelle's like, mm-hmm. Erica, do you guys really believe that girl, Crystal, is that manipulative? Kyle goes, well, what do you believe now that you have the facts? And Erica said, I don't believe she's ever been challenged like this. And Kyle goes, right, exactly. Well, maybe it was the 14 friends that challenged her. All right. Erica goes, do you believe the 14 friends over her? Well, I mean, it's 14. If it were 1 or 2, I get it. But when it gets up to 14, you have to at least wonder if the rumor is true, right? Anyway, Kyle goes, I didn't until I saw this behavior. Erica's like, I still don't know what the 14 friends said. And Kyle goes, that she does stuff like this. It's not all black and white. It's murky intentionally. I mean, that's an interesting take. I never really thought about Crystal's word choices being intentionally confusing. But, I mean, that's kind of diabolical, though. If that's true, that would be bad. That she's skirting around, like, I didn't come out and call Sutton a racist, but I'm implying that there were dark things said, but I'm not going to tell you what. And, you know, everyone's interpretation of what dark is could be different. And that maybe Crystal likes that it's all murky like that. I don't know. Now the others return to the table. And Crystal's like, were you guys talking about our relationship, meaning her and Sutton? And Sutton's like, yeah, we're back to base level and we'll grow from there. And Erica, this must be drunk Erica, because I think drunk Erica gets very kind of wise and thoughtful. And she goes, I will tell you, you two will get past whatever this is. And you, she says to Crystal, you just have to stick up for yourself. And Dorit said, well, I heard Crystal say, I'm sorry. And Sutton accepted that. I believe her. Sutton goes, yes, I'm willing to start over and really build a friendship because I want to. And Rinna goes, lovely. Kyle's like, shut up, Rinna. And she throws her napkin at her and everybody laughs. The end. I mean, I'm happy that we're ending on everyone laughing kind of a note, but yeah, I mean, geez, it was rough getting there. Next week looks like it will be very heavy with drunk Erica, so that could be good. That might be interesting. Oh, quickly before I go, I talked about doing a Q&A on this channel. And if you guys had any questions you wanted me to answer, anything you've always wanted to ask me, I asked you to leave the comments on last week's video, or you could DM me on Instagram if you had questions for me. So a lot of you guys thought it was a good idea. So I am going to do a Q&A. I think this first time I might do it as a separate video, but in the future, maybe I'll do something where I answer 1 or 2 questions at the end of the video. We could do something like that. Okay, as always, if you liked this recap, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed to Jill Informed, please consider doing so. And I am an Amazon affiliate. I think Prime Days are coming up soon. I'm going to get the information about that. But if you get to Amazon through one of my links below, as an Amazon associate, I will get a small credit. I will be back next week with the next recap of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Love you guys. Bye.